never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me, yeah. Wait, I think I'll last a bit longer. Find another reason to breathe this air.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. Happy Hump Day and happy November to everybody out there, and hopefully everybody enjoyed taking their kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, whatever the case may be, trick-or-treating last night. I know we took our kids to 3 different locations for trick-or-treating last night, and I'm a grown kid, so I love getting the candy. I'm not much of the dress-up type, but I love seeing all the smiling faces, and I love getting the candy. And typically, usually, we try to make this last for pretty much the whole month of November. Otherwise, you have your kids eating candy nonstop all day, every day, so you have to give them a piece or 2 at a time to make it last. So hopefully, if I keep my fat butt out of it, it'll last the month of November. But today, here on the channel, on this week's Top 10 Countdown, we are going to talk about a Halloween topic. And I know Halloween is now over with since Halloween was yesterday, but I feel like I haven't done near as many Halloween top 10s as I did last year. I believe last year, if memory serves, every single top 10 countdown in the month of October was about Halloween, and I think I may have even done 1 or 2 in September that were about Halloween. But this year, I think I've only done 1, so I'm going to do one today, and it's about candy. So you can watch this top 10 countdown as you sort through your kids' candy and see if they have any of these in their bucket or bag, whatever they have. And I believe I did this top 10 countdown last year talking about Halloween, but it's something that you can talk about every year because every year the list is going to update, and every time it updates, 1 or 2 are going to leave the list and 1 or 2 are going to jump on the list. And that is top 10 worst Halloween candies. These are the 10 candies that kids do not want, so hopefully they're not in your kids' bag, and hopefully if you didn't go trick-or-treating and you sat at home and you handed out candy, you didn't give any kids any of these because apparently most kids don't want them. This comes to us courtesy of the website candystore.com, and this article was written September the 30th, so just barely a month old, and it was written by Ben George. So if you have any complaints about this top 10 countdown, you can email Ben George, ben@candystore.com. Number 10, Tootsie Rolls. Number 9, Bit of Honey. Number 8, Black Licorice. Number 7, Smarties. And number 6, Mary Jane's. And real quickly again, 10 through 6 was Tootsie Rolls, Bit of Honey, Black Licorice, Smarties, and Mary Jane's. Number 5, Wax Coke bottles. Number 4, Peanut Butter Kisses. Number 3, some say Necco, some say Nico. I think it's Necco wafers. Number 2, candy corn. And number 1, Circus peanuts. I wanted to go ahead and give you the top 10 countdown, and now I'll make some comments about it. I've got to be honest with you. A lot of these on this list I like. I've always liked Tootsie Rolls. I can eat Tootsie Rolls by the bag. I've always liked Bit of Honey. I've always liked Smarties. And I didn't know there was anybody living that didn't like Peanut Butter Kisses. And I've always liked candy corn. Now, it's not something that I'm going to eat a lot of, but if you give me a handful of candy corn, I'll eat it. And I've always liked Circus peanuts. Now, granted, they do say your taste changes about every 5 years, and I think it's been more than 5 years since I've had one, so if I had a Circus peanut now, I may not like it, but before this time, I've always liked it. Growing up, I always liked it. But it's something that I don't go to the store and buy. Now, my stepdad, when he was alive, he used to go to the store and buy bags of Circus peanuts. I'm not going to do that. But if I'm a kid and I go trick-or-treating and there's Circus peanuts in my bucket, I'll eat them. If somebody gives me one, I'll eat it. I don't hate them. But now, black licorice is the worst thing ever conceived of. I'd rather eat 2-month-old bread than eat black licorice. That is the nastiest stuff ever conceived of. I haven't had a Mary Jane in a long time, but if memory serves, they're just really, really, really chewy. And Bit of Honey I also enjoy, but they're really, really chewy. So you make sure if you eat one of those, you're sitting by yourself, because if you start to laugh or start to talk, there's a pretty good chance you might get choked. And wax Coke bottles are nasty. They're not black licorice nasty, but they're nasty. But I have not seen wax Coke bottles in years. And as far as the Necco wafers go, they're not bad. They're just dry like chalk. They've got flavor, they've got taste, but they're dry. So you better have you a glass of water or a glass of tea or something set beside you, because after you eat one, you're going to feel like you're choking to death. It's not because it's so nasty, it's because they're so dry. But how Twizzlers did not make this list, I'll never know. How anybody eats Twizzlers, I'll never know. How kids eat Twizzlers, I'll never know. Because you eat Twizzlers, and you eat 3 or 4 of those, by the time you get done, your teeth are hurting, your jaws are hurting, your gums are hurting, your throat's hurting, because you chew and chew and chew and chew and chew. And it's just like chewing on cardboard. How anybody eats that, I will never know. Any thoughts on this top 10 countdown? Please feel free to let me know. So look through your kid's bag or bucket from last night and see if they have Tootsie Rolls, Bit of Honey, black licorice, Smarties, Mary Jane's, wax Coke bottles, Peanut Butter Kisses, Necco wafers, candy corn, or Circus peanuts. And if they have any of those 10 items, ask them if they like it. If they do, then your kid or grandkid is different, because apparently most kids don't like it. I think the issue with the Peanut Butter Kisses is not that they're not good. I think it's the fact that I don't think they're a Halloween candy. A lot of these you only see, like candy corn and Circus peanuts, you really truly only see around this time of the year. You can buy Peanut Butter Kisses in the middle of March. So I can see why kids would be disgusted and mad about getting those, but not because they're nasty, because it's something you can buy all the time. There's never a time you go to a store and you can't find Peanut Butter Kisses, unless they're just out of them, but they still have them in stock. But some of these candies you only see around this time of the year, so it makes them feel like it's a Halloween candy. Whereas peanut butter kisses you can buy all the time. And remember, that article came from candystore.com. So if you would like to go to candystore.com and read that list in its entirety and read all the opinions from Ben George, feel free to do that. Homes for Our Troops is a publicly funded 501c nonprofit organization that builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans. Since the 2004 inception, nearly 90 cents of every dollar spent has gone directly to our program services for veterans. Visit at hfotusa.org. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. My boss told me that as a security guard, it's my job to watch The Office. I'm on season 6, but I'm not really sure what that has to do with security. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.